All right, guys, welcome. Thanks for joining me for this edition of Yogalates. We're going to get right to it. Step back to your mats. Please remember, everybody is different. These are very dynamic stretch flows. So modify as needed. Make this your stretch flow. Barefoot encouraged. Listen to my cues. Move with your breath. So we want to keep that mind-body connection as strong as we can throughout the entire flow. Move with precision, move fluidly, move with your breath. We're going to start down on the ground today. In fact, we're going to be on the ground for the entire flow. So make sure you position your monitor somewhere where you can see me as easily as possible while we're down here on the floor. Go ahead and roll yourself back. Make sure you got plenty of room behind you today, because we're going to be stretching those arms and legs out real big down on the ground. We're starting off in good morning pose. We're going to take 3 breaths. We're going to ease in today. Reach the arms behind you. Reach down through your toes. Get as long as you can. Draw the abs in tight. Try to not push your hips up or arch your low back as you reach behind you. We want to stay as flat as you can. 2 more breaths, getting longer and longer. With each breath, reaching back through the fingers, reaching down through the toes. Open the chest, let the rib cage lift. 1 more breath. Bring your left knee to your chest. You can keep the bottom foot down on the floor, or you can bring it up. 3 breaths in bicycle. Hug your left knee into your chest firmly. Push your chest into your knee as you reach down through those bottom right toes. 2 breaths. A little stretch and activation, front of the hip and thigh, that bottom right leg. We're stretching the glutes, back of the hip, a little bit of that left leg, and we're just getting the knees and hips moving. 1 more breath. Inhale, back to good morning. Feet come to the floor, reach. Exhale, bring your right knee into your chest. Hug and squeeze firmly. Reach through the bottom left toes. 3 breaths on the first one. And then we're going to put them together. Start warming the hips and knees up. Working the abs a little bit. 2 breaths. Really drawing that knee in firmer. Pushing, squeezing the abs a little bit more on those exhales. 1 more breath. Okay, here we go. Inhale, good morning. Reach. Longer. Exhale, left knee into the chest. Hug and squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back to good morning. Getting longer. Exhale, right knee into the chest. Move with precision. Take them slow. Inhale, back to good morning. Reaching. Exhale, opposite left knee to the chest. And again, you can keep the feet down or you can keep them up. Here we go. Inhale, good morning. Feet on or off the floor. Reach. Exhale, right knee into the chest. Squeeze the abs. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, good morning. Again, feet off or down on the floor. Exhale, left knee squeezing and hugging. Reach. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, good morning. Exhale, hug and squeeze. We're going to do 1 more on each side. Here we go. Long as you can. Inhale, reach. Exhale, last one on the left knee. Hug and squeeze. Reach through the toes. 1 more time. Inhale to good morning. And exhale, right knee into the chest. Hug and squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Good. Take both knees into the chest. Relax your head. Hug them down as firmly as you can for a quick breath. And then let your feet drop down flat underneath the knees. We're going to go right into figure 4. Cross your right ankle over top of your left thigh, just under the knee, and then bring your left foot off the floor. So we're making this figure 4 shape. Left knee is bent at 90 over the hip. Reach through your legs with your right hand. Reach to the outside of your left leg with your left hand to grab behind that left knee. Keeping it at 90. Pull that left knee into your chest. We are stretching the back of the right hip of that right leg crossed over. 3 breaths. You're welcome to keep your head down. Head up is optional. Whatever your neck is okay with, this is your flow. Modify as needed. If you're looking for a more restorative flow today, you just take it down a notch anytime you need to. Two breaths. We're going to spend this next sequence all stretching the right leg. So make sure you got that right leg over the left thigh, and we're pulling that left knee back for one more breath in our posterior hip stretch. Let your left foot drop down. So we're just stretching the back of that right hip. I want you to extend that right leg up as high as you can. Grab the inside of your right leg with your right hand, and you're going to keep your left shoulder down. Mic pack in the way. Again, point the toes out, adductor stretch. Keep your left foot planted. Keep your left knee in front of your hip. Keep your left shoulder down as you guide that right leg out. 3 breaths. Point the toes. Get that right leg extended out as far as you can to the side. Keeping the knee as straight as you can. Nice adductor stretch. Really opening up that right hip, stretching the inner right thigh. 2 breaths. Keep that left shoulder down. And remember, we always try to relax, take all the tension and tonus out of your body so you can get deeper, better stretches. Last breath. Bring that right leg back over your hip. Extend your left leg down straight. Now grab the outer right side of your left leg with your left hand and keep your right arm out to your side. We're going to go right into a big IT band, bicep, femoris twist. Take your right leg over to the left, keeping it as straight as you can, keeping that right shoulder anchored. Feel that nice stretch all down the lateral side of that right leg. Find that sticking point. Every week we work through sticking points. Once you find it, we're going to relax as much as we can. You're going to take 3 nice, long, deep belly breaths, working through your sticking point. If you do that every week, you will greatly improve your mobility and range of motion. You will feel much better. 2 breaths. Really try to extend that leg out straighter and straighter as you get over to your sticking point. 1 more breath. You really feel that stretch, those attachment points, the hamstrings and IT band. Good. Bring your knee back over your hip. Drop your right foot down flat. Cross your left leg over for figure 4. We're going to do those same 3 hip girdle stretches. Left side. Reach through your legs with your left hand. Reach to the outside of your leg with your right hand. We want to grab firmly right below and behind that right knee. Keep the right knee at 90 over the hip. And we have that left leg crossed over. 3 breaths, stretching the back of the left hip now. Glute medius, piriformis primarily. Don't kill your neck. You keep your head down. Anytime you need to, you can put it down or you can keep it down. Let's give it 2 more belly breaths. Working that knee into your chest deeper and deeper with each breath. One more breath. We'll go right into our adductor stretch, lateral leg stretch. Drop your right foot down flat. And remember, we want to keep this right foot and knee anchored in place in front of the hip. Put your right arm out to your side, shoulder down. Left hand is on the inside of that left leg. Now point your toes and take that leg out to your side as far as you can, keeping the knee straight. Point those toes, open the hips up. We're pushing, keeping that right knee firmly in place as we guide that left leg over. 3 breaths past your sticking point. Remember, nothing past an 8 of moderate discomfort when we stretch. Each side of the body is different. Take it slow, inch by inch. Listen to my cues. Keep moving through those sticking points on your exhales. Let's give it 1 or 2 more breaths in those adductors. Lock that knee out, gently push that leg out as far as you can. Make sure you got that right arm anchored down nice and firm. 1 more breath, pulling that leg out and up to the side. Okay, return the left leg over your hip. Now we put that right leg down straight. Grab the outside of your left leg with your right hand. Anchor your left arm down to your side. And now we move that stretch to the lateral side, lateral portion of the thigh and hip. We were just in the inside medial part of those adductors, inner hip, a little bit up into the groin if you were really getting over. If you turn your head and look down your left arm and that left shoulder that you're trying to anchor behind you, it helps to keep yourself flat, helps to keep that left shoulder anchored. 2 breaths. Easing in today. Legs are a little sore. Didn't do the leg workout yesterday. I thought we'd ease in and really loosen up the hips. Stretch all those muscles in the hip girdle. 1 more breath. We need to hit the hamstrings. Bring that left leg back in over your hip slowly. Bring your right knee up to join it. Give them a nice firm hug into cradle, massage that low back side to side. Take a few breaths into it. Make sure you're hugging those knees firm enough that your tailbone's lifting up as you slowly massage the back side to side. We're rocking in our cradle pose. 2 breaths. We've stretched the lateral hamstring, T-band. We've stretched the adductors. We've gotten the glutes moving and stretching along with the knees. Now let's really isolate both of the hamstrings. We're going to go right into a scissoring hamstring stretch. Very classic mat Pilates exercise. One of the original 30, the Joseph Mat Pilates series. Okay, right leg down straight. Off the floor if you can. If your back doesn't like it, you put the right leg all the way down. Extend the left leg up as straight and as high as you can above your hip. Crunch up, reach above your knee as high as you can for good leverage. Now let your head sink you back into the stretch slowly. Reach through the bottom toes. We're going to take 3 breaths on the first one on each side. Then we're going to scissor them out and keep things moving for dynamic, active stretching. 2 breaths. Again, you can keep your head down. You can have your bottom right foot down if you need to. Lengthening the hamstrings, activating, working the abs, reaching, lengthening down through that right leg. 1 more breath. Pulling on the exhales. Now inhale, scissor the leg slowly, right leg up, left leg down. Exhale, pull into your hamstring stretch. 3 breaths, and then we're going to put them together. For bonus stretch, flex your toes towards you. That really forces those posterior muscles in the calf complex. Posterior tibialis, lateral medial gastrocnemius, soleus, hamstring attachments, all of those have to lengthen even more when we flex those toes. 1 more breath. We're putting them together, guys. Here we go. Inhale, scissor. Exhale, pull and reach. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, scissor. Exhale as you pull into the hamstring stretch and reach. 2, 1. Inhale, scissor. Exhale, reach and pull. On your breath, scissor. Find a rhythm with your breath. Inhale, scissor. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, scissor. Exhale, stretch. We're going to do 2 more on each side. Inhale, scissor slowly. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, scissor. Exhale, stretch. 1 more each side. Inhale, scissor. Exhale, stretch. Last one, inhale, scissor. Boy, these halogen video lights are really highlighting my white thighs. Relax your head, hug your knees down firmly, massage the back side to sides. 3 breaths. Just need to get some tanning lights out here. I can tan while I stretch. Get rid of these farmer lines. 2 more breaths. Massaging the back as we restore, recover. Always in my Yogalates flows, we have recoveries. We take the energy all the way down to 0. We focus on the breath for a minute. We focus on restoring before we go into our next sequence. 1 more nice big belly breath in, and we are going to move on. Drop the feet down after that little break. We got a big one coming next. We're going to do bridge twist. Have your feet right underneath your knees, about hip width. And after we do 1 or 2 of the hip twists in the sequence, feel free to move your feet where you feel really strong and solid. Arms to your sides. This is where they'll start and end. We're going to go up into bridge. We'll take the right arm and we'll twist and reach back behind you at 45 degrees. So as we drive the hips up, abs tight, squeezing the glutes, we're stretching the front of the hips. It's that right hip. As we twist and reach, we feel a stretch in the front of the right hip up into the abdomen. We're going to inhale back down, bring the right arm back down to your side. Exhale, left arm up, bridge and twist, reach. 3, 2, 1. Inhale down with control. Exhale up, bridge and twist, reaching with the right arm over to the left. 3, 2, 1. Inhale down, take them slow. Exhale up, keep bridging, reaching higher. 3, 2, 1. Inhale down. Exhale up. Drive the hips to the ceiling. Twist and reach. Inhale down. Exhale up. We are really getting the hips moving now. Inhale down. Exhale up. Twist and reach through those fingers. Get the right side long as you can. Inhale down. Exhale up. Get the left side long as you can. Let's do 2 more on each side. Inhale down slowly. Exhale up. 3, 2, 1. Inhale down slowly. Exhale up. 3, 2, 1 more each side. Inhale down. Last one on this side. Exhale as you reach far as you can. Inhale down. Exhale up. Last one on this side, far as you can. Come to center. Sit yourself up any way you can. Sit up, roll up, however you can get on your butt. Whew. Stronger flow today. Recover, modify as needed. Sit up tall. We're going to go right into seesaws. Another very classic mat Pilates exercise. Put the legs out 45 degrees. Make a nice big V shape with the legs. We're going to start with an overhead reach in the center, sun salutation. Get the arms in line with the ears. Let the rib cage lift. Reach the crown of your head to the sky. Inhale. On our exhales, we twist to the right with the left arm and we slice the outside of the right foot with the left hand, and we fold into the knee. Inhale up to the center. Exhale, opposite side, right arm slicing to the outside of the left foot, keeping the knee straight. Here we go. Inhale up, reach, exhale, seesaw. 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Exhale, opposite side, seesaw. 3, 2, 1. Inhale up, reaching higher each time. Exhale, slicing and folding deeper each time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Stretching the hamstrings. Inhale up. Exhale down. Getting great movement in the low back. Inhale up. Exhale, seesaw. Slice and fold deeper. Inhale up. Exhale, slice the outside of the foot as you fold to the knee. 1 more each side. Inhale up. Exhale, slice. I take that back. Now 1 more each side. Inhale up. We're going to be lopsided. Exhale down. Fold, slice. Last one. Inhale up, reach. And exhale down. Fold and slice. Good. Peel back. Butterfly. Put the bottoms of the feet together. Open the hips up by pushing those knees nice and wide. And grab the toes. Keep pushing those knees out as wide as you can. Gently fold down towards your feet. 3 breaths. Remember, relax as much as you can. Don't fight the stretches. Take all the tension, tonus out. Get comfortable with the discomfort. 2 breaths. One more breath. We're going to spin around, take it to child's pose. All right, peel yourself up. Spin yourself around whatever direction where you can see me best. Quick fix on my mic pack. Here we go. I keep threatening I'm going to get one of those fancy wireless mic packs. Sink your feet back nice and flat and then push those hips as deep as you can into your child's pose. It's going to be a little different for everybody. I like to have my feet close together and my knees out a little bit wider than my hips. Give me lots of room to really sink down. Fold into the mat as deep as you can without letting your hips come up off your feet. You want to keep those hips back as deep onto your feet as you can while you lower yourself down. Let's take a few breaths into our child's pose. We're going to go through heel presses, vinyasa flow. It's going to be a chaturanga into cobra. And then we push back to heel presses. We're going to start with the heel presses. And if that's gibberish to you, have no fear. Take your time, watch me, listen to my cues. Come to full prone plank position. Step the feet back about hip width. Dive the head down. Here's our heel press. We're in down dog, or we're in a version of down dog. It's not a real true down dog. But we're in a comfortable position where we can drive our heels into the floor. One knee bends. We turn in with that bent knee at the hips a little bit. We dive the head down towards that bent knee as we press the heel of the opposite straight leg firmly into the floor. And we really start stretching, warming up the entire posterior chain of the legs. Achilles tendon, soleus, calf complex, hamstring attachments. Maybe even all the way up into the hamstrings if you're really diving deep. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. Diving deeper. Press the heels. Move with your breath. Don't worry about following me. 1 more breath. Good. Flatten the back out. Chaturanga. Elbows in. We hover slowly. Knees come down first, then the stomach. Then the chest, and we slowly press up, feet flat into cobra. Low cobra is fine. Medium cobra, high cobra. 3 breaths. Abs tight. Squeeze the glutes in. Pull the shoulders back as you reach up. We want to lengthen. We're stretching the abdomen and the front of the hips. Draw the abs tight. Squeeze the glutes. Press high. Head, chest tall, shoulders back. One more breath. Push back, modified down dog. Stretch your arms out wider than your shoulders. Try to have your hips right over your knees. Spread the fingers wide. Dive your head and chest down as deep as you can. Look at that great angle we're making in the back and spine. Big chest stretch, upper back. 2 breaths. Turn your head, look to one side so you can really get your head all the way down. Pull your shoulder blades back as you're pushing your chest down, as you're reaching out through your arms and fingers. Push your butt back towards your feet without letting your hands move. Really get that chest stretch as deep as you can. 2 breaths. One more breath. Slide your right hand back. Keep it somewhere under your shoulder. That left arm that's out in front of you, just flip your thumb up to the ceiling for a karate chop hand. Push your head, chest down and twist. Look over your right shoulder. Single arm latch stretch. 3 breaths. So we just move that stretch from the chest and mid upper back to the triceps and lat on that left side, especially where they kind of tie in behind the armpit and shoulder blade. 2 breaths. Let your body weight sink you down into the stretch. You're using that right hand and arm to put as much weight into the stretch as you want or as little. Thumb to the ceiling. Twisting, looking over the right shoulder for 1 more breath. Slide that left arm back under the shoulder somewhere. Slide your right arm out. Karate chop hand. 3 breaths. Follow the same steps. And here is where you should be feeling a really good stretch if you're not sure, right? Outer upper side of the back. Outer upper side. Somewhere around there. 2 breaths. Push the armpit, chest towards the floor. Reach out through the fingers, thumb to the ceiling. Twist and look over your left shoulder. Oh, we're almost out of time. Boy, these flows go fast. Give it 1 more breath and we are going to start cooling down. I wanted to go through that vinyasa heel press flow 1 more time, but I guess you're off the hook. Last breath, slide that right arm back, sink back to your feet, our child's pose. Put the knees out as wide as you can this time. I always seem to wiggle my way more and more off of the screen. 3 breaths. We got the knees as wide as you can go. If you're on a hard floor and you can't get your knees off your mat because it's uncomfortable, just keep them on the mat, but put them out as wide as you can. Toes together, frog. Stretch your arms out as big as you can. Lower yourself into your mat, keeping the hips back on your feet with the toes touching and the knees as wide as you can put them. 2 breaths. Nice, long, deep belly breaths, sinking deeper with each exhale. You know, after you've just stretched for a good full 30 minutes, like that blood flow is really good. It's much better than when we started. Take these nice deep belly breaths at the end to get our oxygen levels, our oxygen saturation really good and high. It's one of the things that gives you that kind of invigorating, euphoric feeling when you're done doing these Yogalates flows. Makes the cells very happy. 1 more breath, big deep belly breath in. Stretch out big. Bring your hands back. Sit yourself up nice and slow. That, my friends, is where we're going to end our Yogalates flow for today. Thank you for joining me for this edition. I hope you enjoyed that. I've got lots of these flows on the Movement Man channel. Check them out. You want to be doing this stuff every week, at least once, if not twice. It will greatly improve your mobility. It will greatly improve how you feel. It will help you with your performance and your workouts. So subscribe to my Movement Man channel on YouTube and find a few flows that you particularly like. There's a whole bunch of different ones on there. make them a part of your weekly regimen. Until next time, hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks so much for joining me.